Today we're going to make a picture of Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. To get started, we are going to need some supplies. We need some glue, a pencil, some scissors, a black crayon, pencil crayon or marker, and some paper. I'm using black, red, I have some yellow, blue, brown, white, and orange. Now these are the colors I'm choosing. You certainly don't need to use the same colors. You can use whatever you have, or if all you have is white at home, you can always color in your white whatever color you would like. I'm going to start with my black page first. This is going to be my background for my picture. So left to right is going to be long, top to bottom is short, and I'm going to fold it from left to right. So the long side is going to go over, and I'm not going all the way to the edge. So you can see I didn't fold it all the way to the edge. I'm creating a fold line, and when I open it up, there'll be a nice straight line. So that little fold line is going to help me cut. So I'm cutting along that line. Now remember, this is going to be the background of your picture. Then I think this is a bit too long, so at the top, I'm just going to fold a little bit more over. I'm just folding a tiny bit, maybe a couple finger spaces. I'm creating a fold line so that I have a nice cut line. So on that fold line, you're going to cut. Now don't worry about the size. If yours is bigger or smaller, you will just make your figures bigger or smaller. So this is going to be the background where I'm gluing my Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus on. Now I want to create a picture frame behind it. So here's my picture, but I want a picture frame behind it. So here around the outside, I'm using red, but you can choose whatever color you would like. And I'm just going to guess. So right beside here where my finger is, I want a line, and I'm going to take my page and fold it over. So here I'm just folding it, creating another straight cut line for myself. See, there's the line. Grab my scissors, and I'm going to cut on that line. So once again, this is kind of like the picture frame for the picture. You choose the color you would like. So there we go. Take some glue, and you're going to glue the black page right on top of your red page. Okay, now, you can see it's not quite even on the right-hand side, so I'm just going to trim it. Okay, now we are going to create the scene on the bottom of our page. So I'm going to grab another one of my colors. I'm going to start with brown, and this is going to be the tiny little manger that baby Jesus is in. So I'm folding it over, and on the fold line, I am going to start, so right on that fold line with my pencil, I'm going to start and draw a line that goes out to the right. Then my line's going to go down a tiny little bit, come back in, so it's going to come back in, and then I'm going to go diagonal. So you can see out, down, back in a little bit, and diagonal, and then I'm going to cut that out. Now because I folded it, once I cut it, when I open it up, it will be symmetrical. So this is going to be our little manger that baby Jesus is going to be in. So there it is. Okay, next step. We are going to make baby Jesus. So you're going to grab your white piece of paper, and it's going to go right inside that little manger. And you're going to grab a pencil, and all you're doing is drawing an oval. So you want the oval shape to be a little bit smaller than your manger, and that's where it's going. So you're going to cut on that oval shape. I'm just using white. We use whatever color that you have. And once that is cut, we have baby Jesus partly done. Our next step is going to be to create Mary. So for Mary today, I am going to use orange. You choose whatever color you would like. So here is my orange piece of paper. I want to make my orange piece of paper fit on top of my black page, and I don't want it to go too high, maybe about to the middle of the page. So I'm just kind of going to take my pencil, go up, 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 loop around, and come down. There's no perfect size, but you're going to go up, loop around, and come down. And once you've done that, you are going to cut out your outline of Mary. So if it ends up being too big or too small, you can always adjust it. Once we have Mary, I'm now going to take my next color and make Joseph. So I'm going to use blue for that. I'm actually going to use Mary as a tracer. I'm going to follow the sides of Mary, so all the way up, but I want Joseph to be taller. So here I'm just going to go a little bit higher. So I'm following and then I'm going to go higher, 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 and then come back and follow the side of Mary. So side, go up a little bit further and back down. And that way Mary will be a tad bit shorter than I want Joseph to be. Cut Joseph out, and we are ready for the faces. Now I'm going to use yellow, so I'm going to make little circles on my yellow piece of paper to make the faces for Mary and Joseph. I'm going to just draw a small circle, and I'm actually going to want to make two of those. So I've drawn my circle. I'm just going to cut a little rectangle around it so that I can fold it. So here I have a rectangle and I'm just going to fold it over. And that way I can cut just once on that circle and I'm going to end up with two of them. One for Mary and one for Joseph. So once those are cut out, we're ready for the next step, which is putting our faces on Mary and Joseph. So you put a little bit of glue on the back of your yellow circles and you're going to glue those on your figures. Now once again, if you don't have yellow, use whatever color you do have. We're ready to place Mary and Joseph on our page. I'm going to put glue on the back of Mary and put her so she's right at the bottom of the page. So she's matching up to the black at the bottom. You don't want her to go over the red because that's the picture frame. And then glue Joseph beside her. And you'll see Mary is a little bit shorter than Joseph. We have the faces on, and now we're going to glue the manger. So put the manger in between both of them. And to make things a little bit more comfortable, we're going to make a little bit of hay. So all I'm going to do is use some yellow paper, and I'm going to cut thin strips. So it doesn't really matter how long they are. I'm just going to cut some thin strips. And then I am actually going to take those, and I think those are a bit too long. I'm going to cut them in half. There's no right or wrong here. All you want to do is have a few thin strips, and then you're going to take your glue and you're going to glue them any way you would like. I have mine going diagonally, almost kind of messy like hay would be. So it doesn't have to be perfect. They're just going to go all over, and then baby Jesus is going to go right on top. Now I think my baby Jesus is a little bit too large, so all I'm going to do is trim that a little bit. Once again, anytime you need to trim or make something bigger, feel free to do that. Remember, it is your craft. Okay, I like that size better. One thing we need to add to baby Jesus is a tiny little face for baby Jesus as well. So Mary and Joseph had a larger circle, but baby Jesus is smaller. So I'm going to take my yellow piece of paper and make a smaller circle. And then I'm going to cut that out, and that's going to be for the face of baby Jesus. I'm going to take some glue and glue that on, and now we can put baby Jesus in the manger. We are going to use our pencil and draw some eyes and a little nose and smile on all of our figures, so baby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And then if you would like, you can use your black crayon, pencil crayon, or marker and just go over top of those, just so that you can see it a little bit better and it pops. Okay, now we're going to put a little design on baby Jesus. So it looks like he's swaddled in a cloth. So you're going to kind of loop up, and loop around, almost like a bit of a zigzag and a bit of a loop at the same time. Okay, the star. Here we go. For our star, we're going to take our yellow piece of paper. We're going to fold it over, grab our pencil, and we're going to create a star by starting on that fold line. Start at the top. You're going to make a diagonal line down to the right, then a straight line over to the right, a diagonal line back down, almost to where you started that straight line, a diagonal line to the right, and you're stopping at your stop, and back to the fold line. So down, across, in, out, and back into your fold line. Once you have drawn your star, you're going to cut it out. Now because you folded it, remember when you open it up, it will be symmetrical. So it'll be the same size on each side. So it'll look exactly the same shape. There it is. Okay, I also am going to take that extra yellow paper. I'm going to fold it over once, and I'm going to see I folded it once just like before, and I'm going to fold it over one more time. So it's folding it twice. I'm going to take my pencil and draw very tall, thin triangles. So very tall, thin triangles on it, and I'm going to cut those out. These will just make it look like there's little rays of light coming from our star. So once I have those triangles, I'm going to glue my star at the top of my page. Then I'm going to glue those small thin triangles all around my star. So it looks like my star is shining so very bright so everyone can find baby Jesus. And then I am all done. Ta-da! Also, here's what it would look like if it was a little bit smaller and a different background color of a frame using the green. Now you get to choose your colors and size. Remember, be creative and have fun. Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids.